Most EV pedestals create problems you shouldn't have to deal with.
They take too long to install, they lock you into one charger brand, and when a charger needs to be replaced, you're forced to rip out perfectly good infrastructure from the ground.
And somehow, that's just been accepted as normal. But every one of these problems costs you time, money, or trust with a customer. And when you're the one running the job, that adds up fast. You're trying to stay on schedule, you're trying to protect your margins, and you're trying to install something you know will make sense years from now. But the reality is, a lot of mounting solutions weren't designed around how installs actually happen, or what it's like to run an installation business day to day.
And that's what I kept running into. Before Wattz Up, I spent about 17 years in the sheet metal industry. Installers started coming to me for custom EV pedestals. At first, it was always tied to a specific job. Sometimes a charger had to be changed. Sometimes a charger didn't have a mounting solution. Sometimes a pedestal they installed not that long ago was already rusting and had to be replaced. So I'd help them fix that one problem. But then more jobs would come up. Different sites, different installers, different issues. After a while, you start noticing that even though the problems look different, they're all coming from the same place. That's when it clicked. It wasn't really about the charger, it was about the pedestal underneath it.
And that's where this stops being a one-off fix and starts becoming a real business problem for you.
When I started seeing these installs up close, it became clear that the pedestal shouldn't be the thing that caused problems later on. Instead of building something around one charger or one configuration, the focus was on flexibility.
And that's why the pedestal uses a universal mounting system with a removable plate.
It works with all level 2 chargers, but more importantly, it means you're not tearing everything out when something changes. If a charger needs to be changed, you're not cutting concrete or starting from scratch. You just change the plate and you keep going. It's a straightforward approach, but it removes a lot of unnecessary work from real-world installs.
What that means for you is pretty simple. It's less time on site, fewer surprises during a project, more flexibility as things change over time, and what really saves time and cost is that the pedestals come almost fully assembled. All of that helps you finish jobs faster, keep projects on schedule, and avoid getting locked into one manufacturer. From time to time, we hear that getting support can be frustrating. You send emails, you wait, sometimes you never really get a clear answer.
Since we're based in Canada, if something comes up, you can reach us directly. We stay involved before, during, and after the install, because we stand behind what we build. And it's not just about getting through this job. EV infrastructure is growing fast, but it shouldn't be disposable. If what you install today can adapt instead of getting torn out later, that's better for your customers, and it's better for the long-term build-out of EV charging. That was the standard from the start. Build a pedestal that installers could trust, that works across projects, and that doesn't become the weak point when things change. So you're not just putting in a pedestal, you're installing EV infrastructure that's meant to last.
At the end of the day, we're focused on building mounting solutions that make sense in the real world.
Simple installs, long-term flexibility, and fewer problems for the people doing the work.
If you're running into these same issues on your installs, the next step is simple. Reach out through our website and request a quote or a conversation. We'll walk through your project and see if our mounting solutions make sense for you.
When I started...
Site, request... keep skipping the and. I skip ands.
So you're not just putting in pedestal.
Yeah.
You just wait, Braden. This is hard.